Alright, everybody, welcome back. Welcome, Joey. It's night there, I guess. Like, what is it? 4 a.m. again? 3? I think it was 3. Welcome and good night to you. Good evening. 3 a.m. Wow. Well, I hope you're rested enough. Oh, Chase is here. Hello, Chase.
Hello.
How's it going?
It is going fine. How are you doing, good sir?
I have a headache because I have been doing annoying CSS work today, and it gives me a headache all the time. It's been a week. I've been doing nothing but that with my other job for about a week now, and I'm tired. I'm tired of doing it. I get wrist pain or like finger pain and a headache when I do that. So it could be better, but I'm gonna feel better now that I'm gonna draw.
I can sympathize with that.
I don't like CSS. I just really, if there is something I hate about web development, is doing CSS manually. Like I can do frameworks like Tailwind that I can do, but like normal CSS, I hate it so much. I really hate it. Like if I could say no, I would say no, go to hell, because I hate CSS with all my heart. So
Hey, Joey.
yes, Joey joined us. Joined us today, even if it's very late at this place. So I'm gonna go with this. Just decided now, and I thought maybe for the next ones I can do something a little more fun and a little less stressful for me. I just want to try, because I've seen some people do that. I can just try to take the actual pose, like from the official artwork, and then add layers on it, so make it more realistic. So instead of just reinventing the wheel, I'll just take that and make it more, mean and at scales and whatever. I'm curious to try that, so I might just do it for the next ones. Might do Venusaur, Tyranitar, which is one I very much like.
Yeah, Tyranitar's great.
So we'll see. We will see.
I will always like a Godzilla-inspired Pokemon.
Yeah. So let's see what we can do with this. And I don't know if we're gonna do this tomorrow too, or I'm gonna do Venusaur first. We'll see. So well, I mean, I guess shape-wise it's pretty much done. I'm not gonna change. You just have to define these things. How have you been, Joey? It's been some time. I think last time you joined, I was playing Final Fantasy 2. Thanks God, I finished. But I prefer to draw. Yes, but we're gonna start 13 this Saturday, I believe. Unless I am out, but I don't think I will be. I don't know yet, but
I don't know if I want to watch that.
Because you want to play
like
it?
I want to play it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
I'll probably watch the beginning stuff, but once it gets into heavy story spoilers, I might.
Yeah, I still watched it. I want to play it. I didn't watch it all. Like I don't. I didn't know about major spoilers. So.
Yeah, I watched a playthrough like many years ago. I don't remember much of the story. I remember the ending, so there is that.
I don't. I don't. So that's good for me. Okay, we're gonna change the mouth shape.
From what I remember, the final boss is like a joke.
I think I've been told so. Yes. You woke up, or you woke up at 2 a.m. Wow. Jesus. It's not nice. Is it hot? I know it's hot in Japan.
In there.
I think I actually woke up in the night too. Then I like last night, but then I slept again. So. The nose. Where's the nose in this? In the actual Garchomp. Garchomp.
So Nemo,
Yes.
I watched Dragon Ball Superhero last night.
Okay, how is it?
It's great.
Really?
It's really, really good. Yes, it's really,
okay.
really good.
Even if it's in 3D, I don't know. I am hesitant to.
I was too, but the movie. So I don't like any of the other Dragon Ball, like the newer stuff, like Resurrection F and the Broly
Yeah,
movie
me
and
neither.
whatnot. The Superhero is really, really good. I gotta
Okay.
say, it has a story and it has character arcs in it.
I can watch it.
And the movie is all about Gohan and Piccolo, and it's kind of about their relationship, like Piccolo being frustrated that Gohan has potential, but he's spending all his time researching insects and things like that.
Okay.
And he's angry at him being like an absent father because Piccolo is taking care of Pan and helping her train
Okay.
and whatnot, and he has to like pick her up from school, whereas his parents can't. And so, but yeah, it's really good. And also the stuff with the villains, like Magenta, who is Red's grandson from the original Red Ribbon Army.
Mhm.
And then he finds Dr. Hedo, who is Dr. Jiro's grandson. And so he kind of like takes him out of prison, and then he's like, I want you to help me because you're much more intelligent than your grandfather was, so I want you to help me build these androids to take out the evil supervillains that are here on Earth. Because he kind of convinces him that like all the Z fighters, like Goku and whatnot, they're all part of a secret evil organization of aliens. And so the grandson of Dr. Jiro, Dr. Hedo, he's really big into superheroes and whatnot. So he designs the Gammas, which are androids based off of superheroes.
Uh-huh.
And so when they fight, they actually, like, whenever they punch somebody, it has like text on the screen like kaboom or wabam and things like that. It's actually pretty funny because Piccolo at one point is like, why are there words appearing on the screen?
Okay, that's funny.
It's really good.
I could have watched it. I could have watched it when I had Prime. On I don't know if it's on Prime in Italy too. It was in Japan. We'll see.
And really, the whole movie is just like Gohan and Piccolo. Goku and Vegeta are in the movie, but it's only for a little bit. The rest of the movie is focused on Gohan and Piccolo.
Okay, I guess that's good. Because they've been neglected. Otherwise, like especially in, I don't know, Gohan had really a ridiculous stance in Dragon Ball Super. I did not like the design of Gohan. It was ridiculous, honestly. Though my favorite Gohan will always be Super Saiyan 2. You know the kind of teenager version, like younger teenager version, early teens. So it's always gonna be my favorite. I guess it's just so badass. Like when it turns into Super Saiyan 2 the first time. So cool. Paradigm of getting angry and releasing your power, which is not exactly what happens in real life, but
yeah,
would be cool to think so. Like if I get angry enough, I'm gonna be able to beat this guy up. Yeah, probably not. But
some of the plot stuff in the movie is like a little questionable, like in terms of Piccolo getting his new powers.
Yeah,
that part is a little bit well, he becomes Orange Piccolo, and
orange is not yellow.
He becomes orange, and they say you need to come up with a name for this, like we call Super Saiyans, and he's like, I'm gonna call myself Orange Piccolo, and they kind of make fun of him for doing that. But yeah, I mean, like, so he gets his powers from Shenron or whatever, and I don't know, it just seems weird. Like Piccolo just all of a sudden is like, I'm gonna go to the Dragon Balls and wish for them to unleash my potential.
Easy.
Yeah.
Could have done that before, every single time, they needed something to beat anyone. Why not wish that?
I'm gonna forgive it a little bit just because it's Piccolo and he's a bit underpowered compared to everyone else. Yeah. And when he becomes Orange Piccolo, he's like extraordinarily powerful. Like he's on the level of Goku and Vegeta when he becomes Orange Piccolo.
Okay. Well, that's interesting, but there's still the the usual power creep thing.
Yeah. And of course,
how much stronger do they want to be?
and Gohan's transformation at the end, which admittedly looks pretty cool in the movie.
Okay, don't spoil it. I'm curious. I don't think I've seen it.
I mentioned it before, I think, but yeah.
Is it visually different?
Yes.
Okay, then I want to see it. I want to see it. That's it. I believe I mentioned it a couple streams ago. Like when I was a kid, I was always drawing like new, like forms and transformations for Dragon Ball characters. So, I was actually pretty excited about Super's new stuff until I saw Super. Then I was like, "Ma, you know, it doesn't change much in the end."
Yeah, I don't like anything from Super, but I listen. I'm just trying to be objective. I have to admit, I really, really like Superhero.
Okay,
It's very, it's different. It's different compared to the other movies, which are just like a series of fights with no plot or characterization.
Yeah.
Superhero is actually, it has a story and there is a character arc, even to the villains too.
Really? Okay. Okie dokie. Yeah, I'll give it a try if I can find it anywhere. Is it on Netflix?
I don't know. I bought it on Vudu for $5, so
That's not much.
I don't know if it's still on sale or not. I don't think it is.
All right. At some point I will see it. I'll watch it and I'll let you know what I think. But it sounds interesting, at least, at the very least. So, hey, Free for Fire. How are you doing, my friend? We are joined by Chase today for, I guess, like 40 minutes or something. 40, 50?
No.
It's Friday. Oh no, it's Thursday. Oh, it's Thursday. Ah. God. No, it's like I'm doing really bad these days. It's not hot, but with the CSS work, I just get these headaches that are messing me up. I'm losing all my motivation to do things. It's so annoying. So apologies. Yeah, it's Thursday today. Oh, and I forgot. See, I forgot one thing. Okay, I'll be right back. I forgot my water. See, told you, not doing well.
Hey everybody, now I am in control of the stream. Be sure to follow Industrial Media Magic on Twitch and YouTube, and also look out for the release of Vykonauts coming soon. Maybe. I have to shill all of my stuff while Nemo is gone. Nemo is a tyrannical bastard who does not let me shill my stuff on his streams.
Okay. Sorry, I'm back.
I'm back.
I am back. Sorry about that. Told you I'm not doing well. So I forgot.
Welcome back, my good buddy Nemo.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Definitely don't re-listen to the stream after it's posted.
No, I'm not gonna do that. Of course not. I know you trashed me when I was out here. I'm expecting that. I am already expecting that.
I would never do that.
Snitch. Trying to get my Steam Dragon done. I sketched it. I failed. I don't like what I did. So.
I think doing a different dragon every day sounds a little difficult.
It is. I'm just stretching my creative muscles, basically. Just a sketch. It's just sketches, so it's.
Although free for Fire, that first Ash Fire dragon you did is really cool looking. The one he posted.
Yeah, I agree.
I like the way you rendered that. It's great.
Yep. I'm jealous because I cannot really paint anything that fast, but it's mostly a mental thing. Like I get basically I don't want to continue something unless I'm 100% convinced it's working, and so I can't, do something and then wait for a while to see if it's good and just do it, which is what I'm trying to do with these Pokemon. I'm trying not to get too anal about how they look, but I commend whoever is able to do it, because I'm too OCD to be able to do that. at the moment. At the moment. So yeah, that looks really cool. I like it a lot. I like it.
Yeah, I don't blame you keeping it for sketches from this point on. Doing all of that work every day seems pretty cumbersome to do.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of work. So don't worry. I cannot do it myself. So
imagine if Nemo had only one day to finish every single monster I sent him.
I mean, it's not impossible.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want to do it.
No, I don't think I would burn out. Like if I keep all of them under 8 hours, I guess I can. If I draw all day, though, I do nothing else. So for work day, just drawing, then yeah, I guess. But other than that,
yeah,
probably not.
Joe, if you check the Discord, we're doing like a challenge this month with a different dragon each day.
Smogust. Schmog or Schmaugust. Schmaug, like Sauron. Schmaug.
Oh, Tree for Fire. That one you posted just now is really good. I love the lighting.
Did you post one? Did he post one?
Yeah, just now.
Oh man, that's really good. Nice. You know, I had the same idea with the tail. If I showed you my sketch, but I added 2 full moons on the wings as well, like not exactly like symbols, basically just color patterns. This is so cool.
Is the moon supposed to be part of the tail, or is that like just a visual reference?
It looks like part of the tail. How do you paint so quickly? Jeez, this was fast. Especially the rocks are so well done. It looks almost 3D. Nice. Clearly you're used to your process. Very good. I like it. Damn, I'm gonna have to show all this stuff. I'm gonna embarrass myself because I cannot produce so much. Wish I could. I have an idea what to draw, but to actually draw is challenging. Yeah. Oh, did you see my newsletter, Joey? I'm sending out newsletters now. It's basically articles on, how to get unstuck when you draw, stuff like that. Or when you would like to draw but you don't feel like drawing. So exactly what you're talking about. If you go to my website, theartofnemo.com, you can subscribe or just read them if you prefer that. Because I'm posting them there once the newsletter comes out. So they're over.
There, I will post a link to it in the chat.
Thank you. Newsletter, yes. A lot of stress. Or better, because dragons are the one thing I can paint quickly. If it was anything else, especially humans, it would take me months. Makes sense. I love dragons. Honestly, it's literally my favorite thing to draw. You can probably tell because it has scales, like dragon scales everywhere. But I don't think I am not as good as I would like to be. In any case, it's something I always say, but I'd like to be a little better at drawing dragons, and I'm trying to get more patient recently, just adding more detail, as you saw with Leviathan. And even this one, I'm trying to add something more to it. It's just...
I've certainly helped give you some practice.
Yes.
Drawing a variety of different dragons, actually.
Yeah. Oh, also, speaking of, I might be doing an Ethermon stream. Not sure when yet, but it's gonna be a project together with the guys I work with at Ethermon.
I saw that they have a Twitch channel now.
Yes, now they do. Yes, and they were funded in 1 hour, and then now they're like over 12,000 Australian dollars, which is awesome. So thank you everybody for funding the game. Because if you fund the game, I get to do more Ethermon. So that's cool. The more popular it becomes, and the more monsters I'm gonna make. So that's cool. And there are many more than those. There are double. I think about double the ones you see in Ethermon Collect. There are at least 70 something, and So maybe, yeah, not exactly double, but something like that. Almost double. In the 80 range, 70, high 70s or 80 range. So
It's pretty impressive, although you and I are getting there too.
oh yeah, yeah. Those take, obviously they're simpler, so they take less. They took less to make, because I make 3 at a time. And once you get the first one, the others, like if I have to, do you want me to do the plant minions? By the way,
You know what? Yeah, I
'cause
think so.
you mentioned it, because like once you have the base thing, it's gonna be much easier to do anything else, right? Because it's the same design. It just needs to be a little different. So I like to do, and that's the reason why I also did the evolutions for the plant monster. Sorry, the tree monsters and the bombs. They're the first monsters basically I published, because it takes much less. So it just grows. The monster grows. So
I think if you do the smaller version, you should make it a little bit different compared to the larger version. I was thinking,
yeah, honestly.
you know, the Grat from FF8.
Yes. Yeah.
Here, I'll post an image if you need.
Yeah, yeah, I know what it is. Let me see. I think. Yeah. Yep. I do.
Something maybe like with the body a little more bulbous, and then as it grows, it gets a little slimmer, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know, to give that sort of diminutive to adult feel to it.
Yeah. Sure. Sure. As I said 2 streams ago, I like to draw plant monsters because they're fairly easy. In fact, drawing plants is the second thing you should do when you study concept art. Drawing like, not necessarily just plants, but even plant monsters. After rocks, it's the second easiest thing to draw. So
They're easy to draw, but they also have like really cool morphologies.
yeah,
Like, just a
it's
different
cool
variety
because
of
you can
plants.
basically, so you don't really have to stick to specific anatomy that much, so you can kind of do whatever you want. Even more so with rocks, obviously, and that's why I made those golems, because you can do pretty much whatever you want. So it's cool.
It is. I like that my plant boss is like a mixture of a pitcher plant with a Venus flytrap. I think that's just really neat.
Oh
And
yeah,
the mouth reminds me of Audrey from Little Shop of Horrors.
I don't know that. I have to admit, I don't know that.
That's another movie you should watch. Really good.
Some, we gotta talk.
Although-
yeah.
It's kind of a musical, so I know you don't really like those.
Oh yeah,
but
no, I don't. I don't like musicals that much. I was about to say, one of these days we gotta talk about like some monsters, because I want to figure out, maybe I should be doing like every now and then, not just stuff like Pokemon, which is pretty obvious, like a lot of people do Pokemon, but even monsters that are not well known, from various kaiju movies and other monsters in general. It would be interesting to make them known if they're not very popular, I think. So I might, I don't know, talk about it or something, and figure out something nice. Because then, obviously, you know them better than me, so you could also tell us something about them. It could be interesting. Reminds me of that goldfish.
Reminds me of that.
Oh, go ahead. Thank you.
Plant monster reminds me of that goldfish that suddenly turns into a plant bear thing. I don't know what you're referring to be honest.
Me neither.
From a game?
No, can't think of anything at the moment. Not sure. Not sure. Oh, a fool arcana? You mean when we made the fool challenge? That one? Why is it right there? Yeah. Okay. Didn't you post like a willow wisp thing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
Is that what you're referring to, or was it something else you were brainstorming? Because you've got a bad memory. You gotta understand. Apart from the CSS stuff, I just have a bad memory. But I always do what I say. That's good. If I remember that. That is.
Nemo, did you see that they discovered a new species of whale?
No. When?
Just recently. Well, they found the bones a while back. It's an extinct whale, but they just recently classified it.
Okay, so it's completely new. Never seen before.
Parucetus colossus.
I guess
which
it's big.
Is the colossal whale from Peru. Oh yeah, it's the heaviest animal to ever live.
It's the new, because I know that the blue whale was the heaviest before.
Well, not anymore, if this is true.
Let me see this. What's the name again?
Parucetus colossus. Each vertebrae weighs over 220 pounds or 100 kilograms.
P-A-R-O? Cetus?
P-E-R-U Cetus colossus.
Oh, Paris. Okay.
Like Peru, the country where it was found.
Oh man, this thing is weird. It's a whale?
Yeah.
It's got a tiny head.
And arms and legs.
Oh, wait a second. It's not alive anymore. I thought they found it living.
Yeah. I said it was extinct.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. I was focusing too much. Okay. Damn. Yeah, when I said blue whale, Jesus, let's see this. When I said blue whale, I meant alive. So look at this thing. What the hell? It looks weird.
Its body stretched to around 60 feet long.
66
feet long. 20 meters. Blue whales can be longer, with some growing to more than 100 feet. But they calculated that the ancient giant weighed between 94 and 370 tons, or 85 to 340 metric tons.
Damn. Well, I feel less bad about what I draw because that's really goofy. It's really goofy.
It's just an approximation of what it looked like.
I mean, if those are the bones, it cannot be like very different unless it's extremely skinny. Oh, that would be cool.
It's probably a transitional creature between, modern whales and their ancestors.
Yeah, free for fire. There are other animals that got like tiny heads that you would think make no sense. But alas, such they are. So, for this one I should probably add like a turtle. I want to add like turtle scales. Let's see. Yeah, I mean it's an interesting animal. It's weird, but it's interesting. I guess it's interesting because it's weird.
It's nice to see the stages of evolution like that.
Oh yeah. It's got arms, so basically.
Well, yeah, and eventually it lost them because it didn't need them anymore.
Yeah.
Just how we got whales with
flippers. Or it became a human.
No, I doubt that.
Oh yeah, that becomes a human. That's why whales are intelligent. We come from whales. In fact, see? Now I can found a religion. Me too.
That wouldn't. I mean, technically everything is related to everything else. So you could found a religion out of that, but it would just be evolutionary science.
Okay.
That's a really interesting thing though, because when you go back and look at paleontological records, You find that like herbivores and carnivores, they typically, even over generations, kept evolving the same types of creatures, right? So like even over long stretches of time, herbivores have like the same giant long-necked herbivores, and then variations of like Tyrannosaurus like predators, just over and over and over again, spanning, millions of years, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting question because like if the meteor had never struck Earth, it's entirely possible that intelligence would have never come into existence because those creatures would have predated on our ancestors. And so because the meteor struck and killed out all of these different types of creatures that were stuck in sort of like an evolutionary loop, I mean, getting rid of that allowed variation and
Yeah.
is what allowed us to exist to begin with.
Yeah.
So we always talk about the poor dinosaurs getting hit with the meteor, but if that never happened, we probably wouldn't be in existence. Just an interesting for thought.
Absolutely. Yeah, Joe, it can fly. We were talking about it yesterday, which is weird because it looks like a jet. It flies, so just uncanny. But so is this design. So it is.
Yeah. I mentioned yesterday that in the new game Scarlet and Violet, it actually flies around in the air. It's kind of bizarre looking.
Yes, it is.
Because it kind of tightens its body up and makes itself look like an airplane that's flying around.
Yep. That's I've seen a picture of the anime where it does the same thing. It's just weird. Sorry, it's just extremely weird. Sorry, designers, I don't like you, but you already know that. It doesn't seem like a good idea. Sky Shark, baby. This is a little grandpa shark. What is it? I don't know.
Mommy shark, do, 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 do. Daddy shark, do, 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 do.
At least kids like it. Again, still better than the Japanese stuff that I had to see fed to my daughter.
Baby Shark is teaching kids about nuclear families, so that's nice.
Yeah. It's not a thing anymore nowadays, unfortunately.
See, kids, this is back in the day when people had mothers and fathers who were married together.
Yeah, I mean man
actually
and woman,
formed families.
which is not so obvious anymore for some strange reason. Yes, the old days. The oldies. Oh well.
I can't get over that whale. Like each
Because
of
of the
its
head?
vertebrae, like each individual piece of its vertebrae weighs over 220 pounds. That's insane.
One?
Yeah, just one piece of its vertebrae. So if you imagine the entire spine, like, that's crazy.
It's pretty large. All right, it's a train.
One piece of my spine weighs as much as the average person.
Yeah, pretty much. Damn. Oh well.
The only person that could possibly measure up to that is like Lizzo or something.
Who? Who?
Nothing.
Wait, I think I know. I think I know. I think I know who that is. It a woman?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I know who she is. Yeah, something like that. We're not fat shaming, by the way. You awesome people on Twitch.
Definitely not. No.
No.
We would never do that.
No. Never do that. Never do that.
You could put up a community poll saying, "Are you fat? Yes or no?"
It's gonna be taken down. I'm gonna get repressed by YouTube probably if I do something like that. I'm pretty sure. I believe I can fly. No.
Garchomp can. Garchomp believed. Wait, that was actually a thing with one of them. Wasn't that Bagon, the dragon from Ruby and Sapphire?
Mm-hmm.
It was like it wanted to believe that it could fly, so it jumped off cliffs and eventually become Salamence.
I don't know. I never read pretty much apart from the first Pokédex. Never ever read the lore of other
Yeah.
Pokemon, so don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's what the lore was.
Don't know. I'm gonna leave the text there because I imagine a video like with the music of the not the music, yeah, the actual
That's gonna
voice of
be
that song.
when you do the that's when you that's gonna be for when you do the time lapse. You're gonna put that song in the background.
Oh, I might do that. It's
Although
you know what? I don't
struck.
think yeah, the problem is that I do not have the copyright for that. I would have to sing it myself, like do a cover version. If I do a cover, I guess I can. But I cannot sing well, so unfortunately, that's too bad. Man, if only I knew someone who could sing, who could do that. Man.
Hey there,
AI.
Nyx.
AI.
Mother Knight.
Mother Knight?
Yeah, that's Nyx. Oh my gosh, Nemo, do you not know mythology?
Maybe not with that name. No, I don't know Nyx mythologically. No, I don't think I know, like with that name. No, is it Mother Knight?
She's the personification of night. She's the mother of like Thanatos.
No, I didn't know this one. No, I know Selene, which is Selene. That's the moon. I know a few, but not all of them, I guess.
She's the daughter of chaos.
Okay, very makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. The Hypno lore. What did it say?
Wasn't it like it hypnotizes children and takes them away?
Oh, it could be. There were some Pokemon that were just creepy. For most of them. Not kid friendly for sure.
Yeah, there's some. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. There's like one where it talks about it hypnotized a child and took it away. It's like, what?
Oh, jeez. That's
There's
messed
some really
up.
bizarre entries.
It's messed up. I mean, what do you expect from a country that does Kancho anyway? What we're doing Kancho is, you know what Kancho is?
No.
Let's see if I can exemplify it in a drawing.
Hang on. Is that the thing where you like
yes.
make a gun with your hands?
Yes.
And yeah.
And that's fine. Like, it's not really. I mean, it's absolutely fine, which is ridiculous. Like, what the hell? That is not okay. I don't let my kids do that. I actually get really upset. They do. Because
don't do that if you come to America. That would be sexual harassment.
It is. I mean, it is. It is. So it's absolutely not okay. And that just tells you, for everyone there who likes Japan, you're wrong. You're wrong. Repent. Because Japan is a bad country. I mean, look at that. Like, what? How is that socially acceptable? How? Why? Hypno Lullaby. I know Hypno Lullaby. I know if you mean the one that they sing in the anime or something, it's kind of creepy. Or maybe you mean something else. But yeah, Kancho is not okay. It's not okay. It's not cool. And I don't get why.
I was looking up pictures of Salamence, and I like the design, but I can't get over the wings on it.
They're horrible. That's a really bad design. Really bad. I don't know what the point is of that. It's like they forgot because like Charizard had, you know, wings. This one doesn't have wings. That it's got fins. So you can say, oh, it flies. It's magical flying because of the fins. But Charizard, you know, others have wings, like actual wings. But that one has like it's literally this. You know, axe blades.
Yeah, they put like 2 crescents on its back. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
what's
wings.
the point? I guess I just didn't know how to draw that. I don't know. Probably the person responsible for drawing that was not very savvy, tech savvy. I don't know.
I wish I was good at you, as good as you at drawing.
Well, you could be better, which is not difficult. Practice. If you want advice, I am sending out a newsletter. You can, I don't know if you can scroll up and see the chat on YouTube, but Chase posted it. I can repost it here. With various advices on how to train also. That's gonna be in a couple weeks probably. Cause I'm writing them as as they come out. I do not have them all planned out. I have some, but not all of them. I'm gonna go over what I think is the best way to learn on your own, by yourself. So hopefully that's gonna be useful and interesting.
I love Zigzagoon, but hate its evolution. I like Zigzagoon too, but yeah, Linoon is a bit boring.
Yeah. It's not too bad. What do I want to do here? I think I'm gonna have flat stuff with membranes. Just makes sense. It's got membranes. Yes, got membranes. Bidoof? No. I don't like Bidoof. It's lame.
Sorry, Daniel, if you're watching.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying that for him. I don't like Bidoof. Even the sound, like something like that. It's like one of those squishy toys. Kind of reminds me of that. I don't know. So I don't like it. Sorry, Daniel. But he's too busy being a potato couch. A potato couch? A couch potato.
Potato couch?
It's like the planet thing. A couch potato.
Oh my god. Quit being a potato couch.
Oh, nice. A potato couch. How would you make a potato couch? Is it like mashed potatoes? Or is it like... Because potatoes are like... You cannot make a couch of like... How do you...
Hang on. I'm going to use stable diffusion to make a potato couch.
This is a potato, I guess, with some things coming out because it's been too long, and it's got legs and you sit on it. There you go, potato couch. It's the evolution of couch potato, yeah. Absolutely. Hello, Baron of Bees. Also known as Saman. How do you read your last name? Is Kucher? Kucher or Kucher? Like Kucher? Probably. Kucher? Because I'm assuming Kucher is probably not correct. Do you actually have Stable Diffusion locally, Chase?
Mm-hmm.
So how does it work? Is it better than the Playground?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I wanted to try it to brainstorm some things and maybe get some reference, like weird stuff. Let's specify. I'm still, of the same advice, of the same opinion. So it's absolutely okay to use AI stuff to help your workflow. Not cool. I've seen, I was browsing through Pixiv today. There's so many things that are made with Niji Journey, which is basically Mid-Journey for anime stuff. It's very good, but man, like, come on, that's not fair. It's not fair.
Well, Nemo, check Discord.
Let me see. Suddenly German. Kosher? Like the salt? It looks like bread. That looks like focaccia though. It looks like.
I put in potato couch.
That's a potato couch.
It looks like a bed though.
It looks like a bed. Yeah, like a recliner. What's it called? The one that Romans used? I forgot the name of.
Potato couch.
Nice. Oh well.
Yeah, Daniel, you potato couch. What are you doing out there?
Man, he's been playing not Rust. Wait, what was it?
Remnant. Yeah.
Remnant 2. It looks both comfy and nasty at the same time.
Yeah, it's a bed you can sleep on and eat at the same time.
It works well though. Okay. What does it do if you ask for a realistic Garchomp? Or not realistic, like Final Fantasy style Garchomp. Or Granblue, I don't know, either. I don't think it's good at doing line art though. And realistic probably works, yeah. A bed that's grown, yeah. And imagine if you're sleeping and like you're facing up and one of those roots grows, you know where. No, sure, like okay, like chair, catcher. Okay, catcher. Okay, I gotcha.
It made Garchomp into like an anime man. It's like furry Garchomp.
Okay. See, I think there is a place for AI stuff, AI generated images, like in memes, stuff like that. Because in any case, you want to make something stupid, like you don't. I would never paint like 8 hours to make a meme, probably. So. Oh, by the way, did you guys see this?
Nima, I'd share this picture with you.
What, you shared it?
Hang on, I'm sending it now.
Junji Ito. Or Junji Ito. Who's that?
Oh, God.
I forgot. I'm pretty sure I know this person, but...
I don't understand why Discord doesn't take JFIFs. Okay. There we go. There's your real Garchomp.
What is this? Oh boy, it looks like I think they took Dragon Ball. They must have used Dragon Ball for this. Look at what the hell! It looks like a strange Dragon Ball character.
No, that's realistic Garchomp. Look at him; he's so happy.
Yeah, they absolutely took a Dragon Ball thing to make this. Clearly, that's a Dragon Ball shot. That's Nemo. People are already using AI outputs as final product. Yeah, I know. I don't like that. As I said, it's okay to use in the process if you need thumbs or something, you're out of ideas. By all means, whatever helps. I use like fruit, whatever. Images of any kind. You can get inspiration from clouds or paint, like splatters. But don't use it as final product. That's not fair. It's just not. I will keep saying that. Horror mangaka. Okay. Okay, I heard him before. Captain America color. Yeah, Captain America color, but I think I don't know, the cape thing reminds me of like a Great Saiyaman sort of cape. I don't know. Mixed with Jiren.
Mixed with low IQ.
Extremely low IQ.
Duh.
Duh.
I'm Garchomp. Duh.
My name is Garchomp.
My favorite song is Baby Shark, just like all the other low IQ people.
My favorite song is Baby Shark. Yeah, he's gotta talk with like that with a because it's because of the teeth, right?
Well, he is a potato couch, so.
That is stable diffusion, Saman. Face was very DBZ. Yeah, it reminds me of like, kinda. But Niji Journey is an insult. Niji Journey, you can still tell, a little bit. But everyone is posting and selling. I don't think they can.
Yeah.
But on DeviantArt, I had on the sidebar, I had a character. It was like, oh, this looks really good. So let me click. And it was like, oh, this is for adoption or something, for sale. And then I scroll. No, I don't scroll. I see the hand. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh man, I did not record. That's fine. Wait a minute. There's something off here. And sure enough, it was made with AI. So I don't think you can sell that stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know about Niji Journey, but
I don't know, because when you generate things, you do personally own them. Like you're
I had heard there were
commercial
some license things, especially about Midjourney, that did not allow you to sell that stuff. But I might be wrong.
Well, yeah, I don't know. It might depend on which what you're using to produce the images. But I know, like, if you use Dolly, for instance, you're allowed to use anything you generate because you own it in a commercial product.
Okay, I see. If there are tens of thousands of SD models included, including art specific art. I know, but what can you do? Apart from, you know, the problem is people. You know, because again, it can be me. I'm not gonna use it that way. Never. You can take my word on that. I'm never gonna use it as a, you know, to generate a final product. If anything, I lose a client. I prefer to lose a client because I cannot deliver in time than to use that. But there are people who do. So what do? You gotta change the people, not the technology. As I said before, the problem is people. The problem is always people. Like with the internet, you can use it for pornography, or you can use it to communicate, or to stream, to teach, or to see your kids if you live far away. It all depends on the person. So
yeah,
people suck.
I mean, the average person has little impulse control, so they're not gonna use things responsibly.
15.7 does art. A Stable Diffusion models, really? Hey, can you not like file something like a takedown notice against that? Soon, the Art of Nemo's Stable Diffusion models. I'm not that famous. Yet. Not that famous yet. One day. But yeah, I don't know. You cannot change people. A lot of people, most people suck, so they will still do that. To give them a way to steal, and they will steal. There is no. I'm not surprised, really. Not the least. So I guess it's fine. I mean, it's not, but what do you do? You can't do anything. Just what I said in the video, just you talk about it, you try to make people understand, but you cannot force them not to do it. And there is that. I think, in fact, because of Niji Journey, the Japanese market is suffering even more than the Western market. Because for us, it's not it's not really just about the final product. You know, there are some, especially indie companies that prefer to have handmade stuff, you know, by a real person. But in Japan, there are no indie, or in any case, it doesn't work like here. So it's very hard to get a job unless you have specific credentials, and usually it's like bigger companies, right? Very institutional, let's say. And these companies now, I guess they don't care about using AI. I know because I talked with G River, Miyo Midorikawa. I actually had an exchange of messages with her, and she was like, "Well, if you know of any company that's hiring now, just let me know, because you know I don't have any work at the moment." So, and she's actively complaining about, you know, AI and stuff.
No, the problem is the tool to it is so easy to fine-tuning an ST model of an artist. It's like the weapon mindset. It's a knife. It can cut food or people, but in the end, the usual.
It's not the tool. The tool is never a problem. Yeah. I don't think.
Right.
I mean, there is no. It's like there is no. It's like you're saying that problems are a thing, but problems are not a thing. Facts are a thing. Problems are what you make out of them. So an event can be a problem or not, depending on what you make out of it.
Yeah, a tool doesn't do anything on its own. It requires someone to use it in order to do something. So like what Joey's saying, a knife can be used to kill people, but you can also use it to cut bread. The tool itself isn't doing anything. It's the mindset of the person that's using it.
It's always the person. It's always the person. That's what I also said in my video. It's the people, like they go on Fiverr and they offer work generated by AI for a very low price. Is that fair? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. And should they do it? No, they should not do it. But that's not the tool. Like Stable Diffusion or Midjourney, they don't care about what people do with their product. They just make it available. And again, I've used I didn't really use it, but I tried using DALL-E for brainstorming some ideas, even for Blastoise. I ended up not using them because I prefer doing things on my own. But it's interesting to see. So if you want to have another perspective on something, why not? I have nothing against it. But no final product. No final product with it. And I know that's not just me, but those people will not listen. I had a conversation with a person about this, with a guy who was offering this kind of service on Fiverr, and I'm like, are you not ashamed of doing that? You know, there are some people who earned the skills, and they offer what it can actually do. Maybe it's not even that good. Maybe it's not as good as the stuff you offer, but it's theirs. You know, they worked hard to get there. And so is it fair? He's like, well, yeah, it is. Because in any case, I still do the photoshopping work of putting the image together. It's like, sure. They're not going to listen. What is it if the tool is made for harm? It depends.
How do you determine that?
A nuclear bomb, again, you could say a bomb is made for, causing damage. Yes, a bomb could also be made to open a hole in the wall, though, if you need to escape from somewhere. No kidding, or
but
to mine.
Also, But a bomb could also be used for defensive purposes too. So it isn't just like, yeah, this is meant to kill lots of people for, egregious reasons. It could also be used for defensive purposes. That's exactly the argument that we have in America over guns, because a gun is just a tool, right? And it depends on how you use it. You can use a gun to defend yourself, or you can use a gun to, kill lots of people. The question is the person who's using it. So do you get to define and then outlaw things just based on your own preconceived notions of what this thing is meant to do or what it can do? And that's just a different mindset that we have. We don't blame the tool, we blame the people that use the tool for whatever reasons that they use it.
Yeah. So again, it's difficult to tell. I guess the atomic bomb is a good example in the sense that there are not very many use cases for an atomic bomb that could be positive, but in general, like we were talking about AI. So in general, if you talk about AI, there are many good things it can do, like very many good things, especially from a medical research standpoint, a lot. Not only that, so it really is in that case it's people using it or misusing it.
But yet, any tool that can create a benefit can create harm. There isn't a single tool that it doesn't really apply to. Even particularly benign tools can have nefarious purposes.
Yeah. Oh, Saman, I was saying about a generic bomb. That's why I said bomb, not nuclear bomb. When I said about the whole, because I generalized the tool like bomb tool. Obviously, a nuclear bomb, as I said, it's a little more difficult to say. Well, it could be used for something else. It's deterrent though. It could be it's deterrent. Nowadays, it's used to deter. One of the reasons why we did not get invaded, or okay, maybe there are many more. Like I don't think they could have, but in the Russian conflict.
Are we about to talk about the Japanese in World War II? And the
or the Japanese, right? The Japanese, they had to stop. They had to stop, man. They were not doing very well. Like, was it a good thing? Actually, it's about to be what? 3 days? Was it the 9th or was it the 6th of August? First one.
With Hiroshima?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the 6th and 9th of August. Well, right. the Hiroshima was the 6th, and then Nagasaki.
So
was the
I'm
9th.
not saying it was a good thing. It's a horrible thing, but sometimes you just don't know what to do. I know if my wife listens to this, I'm gonna have to get ready to sign divorce papers. Like quite literally, I'm sure. I'm not even kidding.
Well,
but
is she going to acknowledge what the Japanese did during World War II?
No, they don't. No, in Japan, you cannot talk about what they did. Unit 731, that kind of stuff, or Nanking, you cannot talk about.
Right.
It's taboo, so you get the mindset. Any tool that is not regulated will be used for harm more often than a tool that is regulated. I don't think so. No. I don't think rules... Here is the thing. This is like an actual belief I have. This is what I believe in the core. The chance for stealing does not make a man a thief. So either the man is a thief or is not. So it doesn't matter whether it's regulated or not. Because if there is no rule, the man is still bad. So it's just gonna wait for the first escape route and use it. So regulations don't change I don't think they change as much.
They don't change people.
They do not change the mindset of a person. Honestly, I don't think. I've never seen that personally. So, there is even an argument that 2 bombs used in Japan avoided a bigger conflict that would have done even more damage. It's possible. It's possible. I mean, they were doing awful things. Especially torture-wise, the Japanese were like, doing very, very bad things during World War II. And it's something we don't talk about anymore because Japan good, right? Japan
was not...
Nowadays,
yeah, the narrative that Japan was like an innocent victim and all is obviously not true. That is completely divorced from historical reality.
The sad truth is that war is war and everyone does bad things, including Japan. Except Japan... The problem is that Japan does not have, or I guess a lot of, I don't know. You can tell us, I guess, if you're still alive or awake. Probably not, Joey. I don't know how it is over there, but in a lot of Asian countries, because there is no, I'm gonna get demonetized. I would get demonetized for this if I were. There is no like Christian base of values. It's easier to just let yourself do very awful things. Like in Japan, there is no compassion. Japanese people have no compassion. I know it's horrible to say, but it's not in their culture. There is no empathy and there is no compassion in their culture. So it's obviously easier for them to do things like torture. They don't care. So, hey, Emperor Cheese. It's just easier. It's not to be racist or anything. It's just what it is. They don't know. They don't know what it is. They do not understand it. You speak, unless they're Christian, I guess. And it's not just because of Christianity and blah blah. I don't want to make an argument for Christianity. It's just that's how it worked for us. That's how we developed it. We put the individual in the center, and because we still believe that somewhat the individual is in the image of a divinity, we condemned some behaviors, but they don't. For them, it's not a problem to keep someone, to arrest someone and pretend it's guilty, even like in advance of finding out whether it's guilty or not. They don't care. It's in their justice system. It's just like that, because there is no presumption of innocence. There is no importance of the individual as a sacred being, say. So.
I do wanna. I wanna chime in, but I don't want your channel to get taken down, so I might hold back my tongue a little bit on this topic. But I kind of agree and disagree with you.
Mm-hmm. What are we talking about? World War II? No, just because we started with the AI tools, and I said it's not the tool, it's the use you make of it. And that's true for most things. Yeah, there might be exceptions. You could say that the atomic bomb was an exception, but again, it was used to end the war, not to start it. For whatever damage and horrible thing it was not used to start a conflict. So it depends. We don't know if it would have been worse, but there's that. And so just saying, in any case, that country did really bad.
Cheese. There's some things I want to hold my tongue on here, but yeah, it's not just a matter of the social values, it's also genetics too that determines behaviors.
To a degree, yes, that's true. It's not about being bad or good, it's about reducing crime and putting people in jail for killing, convince bad people not to kill at whim.
No, I'm sorry, but no, that's not how human nature works.
No, I don't think it's a deterrent for bad people. Let's put it that way. But it's not going to make them good. That's the point.
Right.
So it's a deterrent. It's like I like speeding. I don't speed because I know I'm going to get a ticket. So, but I'm still going to like speeding. So if you want, you don't use regulations to prevent that. You try to change people, and that's really hard and takes a long time.
You still speed, you just mitigate the amount to which you speed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Geez, you missed Nemo dropping a potato couch earlier.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Free for Fire. It's just to say in general, like in principle, say, the principles, then the application. Obviously, I'm not talking about institutions, which are secular, obviously, so they do whatever they want. I'm talking about the principles. In general, they do not have the kind of principle in Japan. You feel it, trust me. I live there. You feel that a lot. So it's very different from the West. Circulating history. Every city culture has committed a crime at some point in time. Usually the deterrents to that come in the form of punishment or violence. Psychopaths run amok in positions of power. Yeah, but that's not what we were talking about. It was a bit of a different thing. You're kind of generalizing a little bit. No, we were specifically talking about the tools and the fact that they're not inherently bad. So someone brought up the bomb, the atomic bomb, and so whole discussion started. Anyway, that is that. it's a complicated thing to talk about. There's a lot to say. That's why we could have a podcast at some point. I don't know. It's certainly interesting, and it's not obvious. It's not very obvious what to think about these things. I'm struggling sometimes to figure out what position to take, or if to take a position at all about some matters.
I mean, my mindset is pretty clear on this, but I know Nemo would disagree with me.
Which part?
About crime and motives and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
That's what I said.
I don't think we ever talked about it in detail. So
I don't care who is bad or good as long as they do no bad. I care about people. I don't care about people's nature. I care about their actions and what they can do. Well, people's natures determine their actions. That's the problem.
Well, people's thoughts. Yeah. So there's this good book named As a Man Thinketh that I mentioned several times at this point. I think it's a pretty good book. It might be a little wacky and weird here and there, but it's pretty good on average. I agree with the concept in general, like the broad concept. Your thoughts determine your actions that determine your behaviors. So what you think will not change depending on what the law does or what the law prohibits you, right? You need a cultural, a changing culture, and in the general feeling of a certain thing. Like, for example, smoking here is a thing. It's still a thing, but I know in the US it's not. I don't know if it's because of campaigns, because there's more awareness or something. Like smoking cigarettes.
No.
Smoking cigarettes.
People still smoke. It's just, they put in like it used to be a lot more widespread because you could do it in more areas. Like you used to be able to smoke inside and in diners and bars and things like that, but you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, but I know there is it's like for me, I've never wanted to because I know it's not, particularly good for health. But that is a mindset. Look, it's not that I don't because whatever rule. If I want to do it, I'll still do it by myself. You still do the things you're not allowed to do when you're by yourself or something like that. So the thing is that one should change the source, basically, to get an actual change. That's what I meant to say.
No, Chase, not when they have to deal with the consequences of those actions. That's why we have laws. Well, laws don't prevent people from murdering. People still murder even with laws. The laws don't prevent that.
I'm not a laws person. I am a mindset type of person, I guess. I'm for laws of, the best laws for me are laws of nature. So like the laws that are as natural as possible. So they are not constructed, but they are more of an understanding of how things work. And okay, well, we can make this easier by having this kind of law. Like marriage, for example. Marriage is a very good example of that. Despite all the trash that it became nowadays with all of the legal issues that arise, marriage was born because of the natural, or to basically protect, right? To protect what was already a natural thing occurring. That was men and women having kids. Then nowadays it became something different, but that's kind of a natural thing for me. There are certain laws, or I would say not very many at this point, that are like that. I'm not a fan of just legislation for the sake of it. It must come naturally, it must come from the fact that, okay, well, you see this is like that, and to prevent further damage or to enhance something, you do this thing or this other thing.
Chase, I have a question. Will killings be more common if we had no laws against it? Maybe. But that isn't really the point. The point is that if you want to kill somebody, you're going to do it regardless of the laws, and that's based on the person themselves. Again, I can get into why that is, going into genetics and such, but I'm saying that the laws themselves don't actually prevent those acts from occurring. If somebody wants to do it, they're going to do it regardless of the laws.
It's true. That is unfortunate, but true. really. Some people would kill if the tightrope punishment wasn't there. Some, maybe. I guess. But again, it doesn't change the nature of the person.
Right.
That's
If
the
murder were
problem.
legal, I wouldn't kill anybody because I don't want to murder people.
I think I would. Maybe someone. Someone I'm thinking about these days. That are extremely problematic for me. No, probably not. Like, on a serious note, I don't think I would anyway.
How do genetics play into the thing? Because genetics determine behaviors.
Yeah, that's probably something we might not entirely agree on. But I can see what you mean. Like, to a degree, yes. Actually, they determine, like, for example, the fact that you are more or less neurotic is not just a behavioral thing. It's just that you literally, like, I am kind of neurotic, I would say, or high in neuroticism in the big five. And it just means that one of the carriers for serotonin does not transport enough serotonin to calm you down in time, like in a speedy manner. And it's not doing it fast enough and with enough quantity. So that's genetical. You cannot change that. Am I making Kingdom Hearts Pichu? Welcome. Yeah, I'm turning Pokemon into some more mean Final Fantasy-ish monsters, I guess you could say. The consequences of breaking said law could prevent it if the killer deems the risk too great. Yeah, I'm not saying the laws. I don't think that's what Chase is saying either. The laws are completely, like, the laws that says, you go to jail if you kill someone is completely useless. That's obviously not true. But we started with the AI thing. So cool. Do that as well, but for D&D, I'm not as good with D&D style, I admit. Or you mean just doing like D&D monsters in a more of a Final Fantasy-ish style? Because I mean, most of them in any case are just, common sense monsters nowadays. I did a Vecna. If you're interested, I have some videos of Vecna from last year, last summer. One of the first ones I made.
I was getting ready to mention that. Yeah. Sorry, my internet went out.
Oh, it's okay. It's boring.
Actually, that ghost demon you did might fall into D&D category as well. Yeah.
I guess you could say that. It's not too bad. I was actually looking at it a couple of days ago. There are some issues like that I see. It's not very good in terms of details, like smaller details, but overall, I'm pretty happy with it. Can't really complain that much.
Welcome back, Nyx the Devil.
Welcome back. I'm not sure what you mean with the comments you leave, by the way. Like when you say, is it finished? We always end the stream around like in 40 minutes from now. So it's 11 p.m. my time zone. So.
Who said finished? What?
Oh, you do that as well. Okay, I see. Nice. It's cool. Let's go back to laws. Well, Cheese can inform us all. His sister is a lawyer. Oh. I believe she is now, right? She's practicing, I think.
Is she a prosecutor or a defense lawyer?
I don't know.
Changes the dynamic.
I don't know. What is she? I know she was studying years ago. Years ago. Okay, I think might move to inking this thing. Perhaps. My favorite Pokemon. depends on the day. I like Charizard, but also Mewtwo. As I said before, Tyranitar is pretty cool. Scizor, that's one of my favorite, like, because of the color especially. It's really cool.
I remember you mentioning that, yeah.
Yeah. It depends on also like when I remember something or not, whether I do remember something or not. Because yeah, it really depends on the day. It's not set in stone. It's not set in stone. I don't know if I want to make the little yellow thing it's got. Maybe just I do.
I don't know if I want to exaggerate the features of the sprite or not.
You
I
are
don't
kind of
know.
sprite. The character you posted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know you
pretty
said to
cool.
just trace over the reference, but I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
really want to do that because I want to make it my own.
The only thing I could think about that is that the arm was a little strange, a little too straight. Like it was like bending a little bit like this.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad when it comes to drawing arms that are like in motion like that.
It's difficult. It's just difficult. So
I think I probably like need to move it up and out a little probably for the swinging motion, but
where am I? Oh wait, wait. Is there a law against throwing sardines at people where you're at? No. Is there one in Germany? I know there are some weird laws in Japan though. You cannot eat you cannot put an ice cream into a mailbox. You get arrested for that. Seriously, there is a law that says that. Cheese is allowed in the family. Yes.
Ice cream.
Specifically, yes. I don't know about bombs, but ice creams you can't.
That must have been a thing that was common. That's why they made the law.
Well, it's like the Concho thing. Do you lose arguments to them often? He's not talking about it. He doesn't want to talk about it eventually. Yes, evidently. What is your thought on Gen 1 Pokemon design? It's very simple, but I like it. Gen 2 is my favorite design, I guess. Some Gen 4 ones I also like. But on average, I like the first Pokemon. Because I think the shape design was good. The overall, it was extremely simple, but the overall shape design was pretty good. Not all of them, obviously. Laws are improving, okay. You haven't tried yet. Okay, I see. Well, Italy's a strange place, but we have laws that are mostly about paying. Like you gotta pay for the shadow that your shop's sign casts on the public soil. No kidding. It's considered occupied space. Oh. We know something about strange law. Electrode. Yeah, but those were functional. What I always say when people mention that, those were intentionally made like that because they were supposed to look like mimics, pretty much in the gameplay. So I don't mind that they are functional. So yeah, they're not great, they're not fun, but in any case, the way they drew the eyes are better than the way they draw eyes now, for me. So
no, they have a better charm to them. Everything seems kind of lifeless nowadays.
Yeah. Do you like the crust on pizza shirt? No. Get out of here. Blasphemy. Street gun laws in Italy? Yes, we do.
Italy has stupid gun laws from what I've read.
I don't know exactly what they are, honestly.
I told that story about the Italian hunter that was like doing boar hunting, and I think, what was it? He had like 3. Like there's like a set amount of like ammo you can have in your gun.
Yes, yeah, that is weird. That is weird. I mean, if you got a license, you should be able to just have it. So. Doesn't matter how many bullets, I guess. But yeah, there are also laws about how long of a knife you can have, or how long a knife can be before it's considered a weapon. Yeah.
Completely arbitrary.
Oh yeah, it's like a 17 centimeters blade or something like that. I'm not
if I have
sure
a pocket
exactly.
knife, that's okay. You can't use a pocket knife or a switchblade to hurt somebody, but a machete that
Right?
could cause damage.
Suddenly woke up and choose violence in Nemo. That's mean. That's mean. Okay, let me switch. Is it a clip file? Is it a clip file? Yes, it is. I'm gonna save it as a Photoshop document. Garchomp. And I'm gonna open. So I'm gonna stop recording. I'll move to Psy. And oh, thank God they're so small. That's NDA stuff. Not yours. I've got Psy. And grab. I'm always like sweating basically when I do this switch because I don't want to cause trouble.
Meanwhile, you're spoiling everybody's games.
Yeah, no, but those are too small. Like you can see anything about that, so it's fine as long as I don't show them. PokéFantasy, Garchomp. There you go.
Is that a Jar Jar joke? What
Which
is
one?
background?
No, it's not. It's Obi-Wan. 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 Okay. So, back to this day. One
Emperor Cheese. Paul Rubens died a couple days ago, so I watched Pee-wee's Big Adventure last night. Have you watched it?
I have relatives in the EU. They can't get guns and ammo easily. It's better to smuggle them from Eastern Europe. They catch you, be out for long. Oh yeah. Well, you cannot, if you do not have a license, you cannot have a gun. I don't think I'm particularly against it though, because some people are just insane here. So I don't know. I don't know how it works exactly in the US. I'm not there, so. But for our society, it might not be a good idea to have guns. Because people tend to be extremely above the lines for nothing here. Well, you know, we yell a lot. So no Kriegsmesser war knives allowed in Italy, I guess.
Cool.
No, you can't. No, you cannot have that.
Kriegsmessers are awesome.
Are they the ones like literally with the indents on one side?
It kind of depends. Like the handle almost looks like a kitchen knife handle, but then like the actual blade is like a sword. They call it a knife though, but it's very much in the proportions of a sword. They're very cool.
Let me see. Oh. Okay. Yeah. No, that's not what I meant. Damn, it's a sword. It's huge. It really looks like a kitchen knife with a very, very long blade. I don't like the guard though, the hand guard. It's basically a long knife. It's a sword.
And forever is Francis in that movie? Yes, he is. That's in fact the plot of the movie. Francis steals his bike.
Every time I hear Francis, I think about Malcolm in the Middle. Such a good show. Like that. No, yeah, every football game would end up bloodbath. Yeah, they already throw motorcycles and stuff.
I say, isn't that already the case?
Huh?
Isn't that already the case?
Yeah, more, I guess. More. Probably more. Not very moderate. I hate that. No way. I have zero respect for that kind of culture. Like the stadium culture. The soccer stadium culture. I don't know about anything else. That one I hate. I truly do. I remember I was when I was a kid. We went out. I was with my sister and her boyfriend, and she's way older than me, like 11 years. So her boyfriend was also older. He had a car, and so we went out. Or they took me out, let's say. And it was, I think it was the last day of the local championship or something, like Italian Cup or something. And there were some fans going around, and with trumpets and whatnot. And at some point we stopped, and this crowd of people came around the car and started like bouncing the car left and right. Just for no reason. They were just drunk. So I have zero respect for those people. And that was because of soccer, by the way. So he's dating a girl.
Sports is just modern day
What?
warfare.
Are you listening, Emperor Cheese?
Who?
No, he says he's dating a girl 11 years old. My sister is 11 years older than me, Cheese. Open your ears, bro. Same, especially when they don't keep it in the stadium and force people who don't care about it, about sports ball, to take part in it. Yeah. I don't like the
You
noise.
should come to America and watch any Philadelphia game that happens.
Football?
Well, anything.
Oh, anything. Okay.
Yeah. But especially football, yeah.
I'm not a sports
Emperor
person.
Cheese can testify.
You're
Quiet, Mr. I'm multitasking. I think all of us are.
Me too. I'm talking and I'm drawing, so.
I am doing a sprite and occasionally checking in to see what the chat is saying.
I was so happy when Germany dropped out of the World Cup. Well, I was happy when Italy did because I knew I wouldn't have to go through the usual noise. I think was it last year? So was the World Cup this year? Or last year? I don't even know that. I care so little. I always, so not always. When I was a kid, I guess I cared a little more because everyone did. So I was just a very small kid. But then starting 12 years old, I was like, nah, I don't care anymore about this crap. What the hell? It's also when I started, drawing Pokemon stuff. So.
Okay, see you, Joey.
All right, Joey. Have a good night. Yeah, it's late. It's late. Have a good night. I'm breathing, listening to the stream, painting, and from time to time, I'm typing some BS here in chat. I'm hyper talented like that. I see. Well, I'm also reading, and I'm reading, drawing. Every now and then, I type commands. So yeah. The Emperor Cheese, you're not alone. 5 a.m. Damn.
Nemo, when you're doing a sprite,
Yes.
when you're doing like a walking animation, do you think that the size of the feet, like, so let's say that you're walking, and so you got your right foot back and your right arm swinging forward.
Yeah.
Do you think that the right foot should be bigger because it's closer to the camera than the
No.
back foot, or do you think that the size is
No. Not at that distance. No.
Right.
No, it's gonna be exactly the same. No, like do not use any perspective in pixel art. Like it very little. It depends on the style, I guess. But
I do a little bit at times, but yeah, I try to not.
It's mostly like the part that's behind is hiding a little bit. So that's pretty much it. I don't really use a lot of size change unless it's something strange. Like when I did those 2-bit or 1-bit two color sprites. Some of them are extreme, like extreme perspective, so whatever. But for normal sprites like that, no. Bro, it happens one every 4 years. The entire world is playing to see who the best in a sport. It takes so much skill. Why don't people care? I thought Italians were hot-blooded. No, Italians do care. But soccer is a stupid game. I hate the rhetoric behind soccer, like, ooh, the fate of the world will be decided tonight. Italy, no,
Yeah, it's fun.
Brazil
It's fine
versus
to
Portugal. Like, what the fuck, man?
It's fine to enjoy sports as just like an entertainment medium, but when you're like getting really invested, I mean, you're just living vicariously through other people. So
Exactly, exactly.
Like,
that's
if Italy wins a World Cup and Nemo is proud of that, it's like what is Nemo's accomplishment in that? Just because
Precisely.
Italy won the World Cup.
That's exactly that. Literally, what I keep telling people, like, even in Japan, that Japan has a, you know, they're used to taking like feeling good for other people's accomplishments, especially if they're Japanese. But I'm like, okay, why do you care? What did you gain from that? Nothing. That's the point. You gained nothing. So why
I
do
cared
you
when
care?
I played sports.
Oh, yeah.
and those victories were victories that I helped create. But it's like
Yeah.
if I'm watching TV, it's like, you know, my team lost, whatever.
I'm not even against, you know, watching soccer. Like, if you watch whatever, you know, it's just something. If you want to spend some time, the colors are nice, right? The colors are nice. So if you want to just spend some time and see people like kick each other every now and then and fall and cry, sometimes it did. But I'm not invested in any. I can be happy for the person. Like, if I don't know, maybe there's someone I like, maybe there's a particular athlete that I like, and it's like, well, I'm happy for them, they won, but I don't really care. Like, good for them, but my life is still the same. So,
I enjoy watching them fall and fake injuries. That's pretty entertaining.
That's
But other
funny.
than that,
oh yeah, that's really funny. That's pretty much it though for me. Yeah, and if it's not something you're interested in, but everyone else just shoves it down your throat, it is extremely annoying. Like, yo, bro, what do you root for tonight? Like, what? Yeah, not my thing. Sorry.
I know. It's the same in America too with football teams. It's like people make their entire identities around sports and sporting teams, and that's usually an indication that they don't really have a personality. But that's besides the point, I guess.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. My team is me. No, shame the players if they lose. Spit on them for failing their people. Oh yeah. Some people call it a passion to watch. How is it a passion? That's something I really don't understand. How is that a passion? Passion is going to be something you do actively. Drawing now it's also my job, but let's say drawing is my passion.
I mean, I guess it could be a passion, but it'd be a pretty pathetic passion, in all honesty.
Also because
like Nemo says.
Like, if you play the
Yeah,
sport,
like-
it's nice. Like, I'm not against playing soccer. Like, I could play soccer. It's kind of fun. I guess play soccer with my kids.
I did.
I can even play soccer with other people, like, you know, competitively. It's fun to a degree. I guess you take it for what it is. It's not, you know, a genius game, but it's not bad. It's fun to play, like, every now and then. But it's what is around it that is a big problem for me.
Are you going to trigger the Europeans in the chat by calling it soccer and not football?
Oh, you mean, yeah, because you actually write it like this, right? That's how you write it.
Sucker.
usually. I mean, it sounds like
The
that.
person who plays soccer is a sucker.
Yeah. No, it's just the rooting thing is, I don't know. It's not a smart thing to do, I don't think. Though it can be super funny to annoy the super fans back when their team loses and you suddenly become a fan of the enemy. Oh, not just that. Even just they're watching it and you start asking questions. That's
It is fun to
extremely
troll
annoying.
sports fans. I
Oh, yeah.
agree.
Uh, football, Nima football.
It's funny. People asking me like, "Who do you think's gonna win the game, Chase?" And I'm like, "Whichever team scores more points, that's who wins."
That is very, very true.
What do you think that they need to do, Chase? What do you think they need to do to win this game? They need to score more points.
That's very simple and very true. There you got your answer. You got your answer. But yeah, you know what? It's funny because nowadays it's not even that mainstream anymore, even here, even if it's Italy, compared to when I was a kid. And people take it extremely seriously. Like they can literally beat you up if you say something against their team. They're pretty dangerous. No kidding.
Because like I said, a lot of people tie their identities to that. So attack against the team is an attack against their identity.
Yep. So beware if you're ever here. And they're not. I think it's a thing. It's a little different, I guess, for Naples because usually they root for their city's team, which is still I don't understand. Like I don't really care. It's just a team. It's not like your how you are is determined by whether the team wins or not. But it's a little more logical. But on average, people are extremely based, extremely they basically battle like factions about that, and it's too much. It's too much for what it is. It's just a game. It's just a game.
Yeah, people are bored, have too much free time.
I guess, yeah. And they do. Huh. I don't, so I don't get bored. I don't watch soccer.
Me either.
So-
I always find things to do. I'm always
people
watching
can
new
get bored.
movies, reading new books, playing new games. I always find something to do, or I'm like working on my game or doing sprite.
The
art.
only time when I get
you know,
bored is when I
it's-
have
yeah.
to do something that I don't want to do. Like CSS. Like I have to do that. I have to be doing that, so I get bored in the sense that I don't like it. But I never find myself in a place where I just don't know what to do ever.
That's a job. I always get bored at my job, but at least my job allows me to do other things while working on work, so it's not too bad.
If you look at anything like that, nothing matters. Besides, some people base their personality on way worse things. Yeah, I guess you could say that. But I've seen, they behave like monkeys. Come on, like really, they like gorillas. You know the stadium. I call them yells. They are pathetic. They are pathetic. I feel like it's just a bunch of people they desperately want to belong to something. I don't really need that, I guess. No. I'd rather be bored than watch football, soccer. I guess. Fortunately, I don't really find myself in that kind of position. Because I've got too many... In fact, I've got too many things I want to do. Right, too many. I never get to do them all. By the way, I started Just Cause 2. It's fun. But the controls are a little... clunky. A little clunky, especially with the parachute and the hook. The grappling hook. I'm liking it so far. I only played like half an hour. It's a nice game. It's a very... You know what? It reminds me of the good GTA, like the good times of GTA when it was extremely arcade and over the top.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's completely over the top. You can blow up everything. Like literally everything. One thing is weird. That is weird though. Is that when you headshot the enemies, the ragdoll like if they explode. Like they literally jump like 10 feet in the air. for no reason. I don't know if that's a bug or something. Yeah,
It
yeah,
might
that kind
be a
of game.
feature.
Maybe. No, they didn't have. What's helped?
What?
I don't know. Someone saying they didn't have ALPT.
A lot of. I'm
Oh,
guessing.
a lot of, yes, a lot of. 3 times 6 years ago, they still showed up. For what? For soccer? I didn't. It's they want to belong, but it's because they already belong. No, they want to belong. They need to belong. At least here, you don't need to root for a team that's like from a city in the south of Italy. Like if you live here, for example, like why? There's nothing to do with your life. Like not even the city, but they do. Or my dad used to root for a Barcelona football club. Like why? No reason. Just like it. Okay, he was a big like soccer person. Just never had the same thing that he had. I just can't get into any kind of sport really. Like watching sports. I like to do sports. I like to do sports, but not watching. No, to do is fun. To watch is makes a little sense unless you want to get better at it, right? I don't find it interesting to watch other people doing things unless it's somewhat something I want to get better at. That's the reason why I don't really watch gameplay or playthroughs of games unless I am considering buying the game or something like that. Same reason. I would rather do than watch. Football, yes. Anyway, they already belong in the fandom. Being part of a fandom is epic. I don't know.
I don't really agree with it. Knowing most fandoms.
Yeah. I don't know.
Fandoms bring out like the most toxic traits in people, in my experience.
Yeah, I don't. So people need to belong. They, we are a tribal species, right? But I think there are things that are more valuable than soccer. You can base your belonging on, like ideas, values, something that's a little deeper than soccer. So I just find it very shallow. That's all. Very shallow. I do like some sports, but I actually prefer the replays with the technical analysis with the strategy. If you're interested in that, I guess there's nothing bad about that.
Yeah, that's different. I mean, if you're watching like a playthrough of a game and someone is offering value and not just like being a goofball talking over gameplay footage, you can derive things from that. And like I've mentioned before, that's whenever I try to stream games, I try to teach something about the game, something interesting or some sort of strategy you can use while playing it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's the same, Simon, because I'm not a group an Amano groupie. I wouldn't go painting my face with Amano colors and screaming whenever I know he's landing with the plane. That's what I mean with too much. Liking something is fine. I'm not saying nobody, you don't have to, or anybody has to not like soccer or not talk about it. It's absolutely fine. It's how it becomes. It's how a lot of people take it so personally. If a Mano draws a bad drawing, I don't care. But if a soccer team loses, people cry. That's insane. That's insane, man. Like, why do you cry? Love watching StarCraft esport back in the day, for example. Yeah, but it's different, I guess, from what I'm saying. So I'm saying for soccer especially. I don't know about other sports, but I know for soccer because I've seen it here. People just cry, and that makes no sense to me. So it's not just fandom. Being a sports, it's not just fandom. It's too much. I also worked on a website that was for sports fans, and it's too much. It's literally, see, I might get a t-shirt, say, with an Amano painting or drawing or something, or I have t-shirts that I sell. So certainly I like if people feel like they like the stuff I make and they would like to see more and they would like to interact with me or something like that. But it's very different from, you know, getting angry if I draw a bad piece. That's what I'm talking about. And most of the soccer fans are like that. I know they literally get emotional about, you know, if their team loses. There is no point in doing that. Why do you have to do that? It's soccer.
Nemo, this is looking a bit better. Can you check Discord real quick?
Yes. I think the forearm is still a little long in the side view.
Okay.
And the band. So the point is, I think it's going back too much with the shoulder. See, if you see that one, which leg is? It's the other one, right? It's still in the back position. If you're walking like that with the left leg forward, this arm, the front arm, should probably be more stretched like the guy. Oh, right. Take the one, not the one next to it, the one before that. Yeah, the one in the middle. Mm-hmm. See, it's not going backwards. Yours is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess because
it needs the shoulder goes forward too, not just the arm. The shoulder swings forward. Right. So that's probably what's throwing it off. Try that.
I get that. It's just the perspective is a little bit different. I know they're both side views, but the way he's moving, like you can see his back arm, and that's not really what you can see in mine. I mean, I can change that, but
yeah, but you really swing your shoulder forward when you're not backwards. Right. If anything, it needs to be in the center. You can look up walk cycles like from the Animator's Toolkit. They're pretty easy to read. Not easy to do, easy to read, but not to do. Because it's my team, we've been through so much. No, you haven't. For themselves and they're the boys. No, they're not even the same people. Come on. Chances are, they're not even the same people they were from last year. So they've not been through anything. Not even the same coach, likely. So it's just an artifice of a relationship. It's not really it. And you can have one player that you might hate because it plays for the opposite team join your team next year, and then it's gonna be we've always been together and we've always been fans and friends, and thank you for gifting us these awesome moments. No, they didn't. They didn't. It's all in your head. They didn't. So it's not real. That's what I'm arguing. It's not a real thing. I understand more if it's just one athlete. Like, say you like Usain Bolt. It's still the same person. It's always him. You might learn something from him. You might like his character. It's different. But a team, especially a soccer team, it's not even going to be the same people from year to year. They've not been through anything. And even if it is the same people, the person at home does not go through anything. So I don't know. I cannot get into that kind of mindset. I guess I'm more individualistic. Yes, soccer. Though I can call it kick then, because we call it kick. So I'm gonna call it kick. So kick, not soccer. The Italian team will know about your insults. Oh, I hope they do. I hope they do know what I think about them, because they're not very smart. Anyway, they look like very dumb. There will be a couple wise guys. Wise Wise? No, they're
I really
not
doubt
usually the
a
same
bunch of
people.
rich athletes are going to care what Nemo thinks of them.
Saman is not the same people. I don't even know if you're serious or not, because I know you're trolling every now and then. But they're not the same people. If you mean like soccer teams, like bigger teams, very hard. But even smaller, very hard to keep the same people from year to year. So it's not like this. There you go. Probably one of this here. Oh, could I? I don't know. Like this. That's it. Anyway, I know you're trolling. I figured you were trolling. But I don't like. I also want to make this clear. Like, it is ridiculous that people take those things personally. And I thank you for playing that part, because a lot of people actually think that, like, oh, we through a lot and stuff like that. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. So anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here for today. I don't know. I'm enjoying the ink. I might just continue tomorrow with I believe I can fly. So it's looking pretty good. It's weird. It's very strange. But I can just run with it. It's fine. Natural teams are usually the same for a while. I don't know what that is, honestly. Anyway, everybody. Isn't wise guy a slang word for Italian gangster? USA? Is it, Chase?
Wise guy, yeah.
I didn't know that. I had no idea. So anyway, we are going to be back tomorrow. We'll probably continue this ink at this point, because I'm invested at this stage. And then we're gonna play Final Fantasy 13 on Saturday, I think. So everybody, thank you very much for your presence. I will see you tomorrow, and until then, you guys take care. See ya.